out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
What's going on, people? It's your boy, Matt, Team Kop-Ish. It is that Kop-Ish catch-up. Hope everyone is blessed. Smash that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hope everyone's having a blessed day, man. You know what I'm saying? What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday today, ain't it? Listen, few things to talk about today, actually. We're going to speak about Liverpool being linked with Jeremy Frimpong. Frimpong, isn't it? Not Frimpong. Frimpong. We're also going to speak about who else is it I was going to speak about? There's a few other things I'm going to speak about today, about the DM stuff and whatnot. There's a few things I'm going to speak about today. Oh, yeah, and Joe Gomez as well. We've got a few things to speak about. Oh, and I've just seen some Rodrygo stuff as well coming out of Spain, which is kind of interesting. But I don't know if I believe it. But this is what we're here to do, people. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's your boy, Matt. It's me today. You get me? But yeah, apologies. This wasn't even early on, actually, guys, as well. I haven't been feeling too great. I was supposed to go live earlier on today, but I said, you know what, let me go a bit later on today. You know what I'm saying? So big up everyone in the chat. Big up Dennis, Mr. Link, John O'Brien, Kingsman, Yarba, Sean, Connor the Red 509, Views, Bonkers, Rebel, Indian Scouser, all of you lot, you get me. Big up, big up, big up. But yeah, man, big up. What's it? Drifty Nunez Army. Big up LFC fan 23. Big up Eric. No, big up each and every one of you, man. Trust me. Big up. Big up Alez as well. Ale. Big up Brendan. Big up Barry. Yo, man. Love for the love, people. You know what time it is. But yeah, people, listen. There's only one place to start, really, and that's regarding Jeremy Frimpong. Today has been linked with Liverpool. This is according to this is coming out of Germany from Sports Build. They are obviously, the article originally speaks about Hansi Flick at Barcelona wanted him. In fact, do you know what I'm going to do, people? So I can give a bit of context. Actually, what I will do is I will share the article so you lot can see what I'm talking about. So this is from Sport Build. It says, according to Spanish newspaper Sport Build, Barcelona new coach Hansi Flick has made a first offer for Leverkusen Jeremy Frimpong. So it's been quite low. So the double winner right back, however, has a 40 million euros release clause, which I didn't even know about, actually. So okay, furthermore, that's Barca, yeah. But then it also goes to say on in the article, according to Sportsbill's information, in addition to Barca, Liverpool, Man United from the Premier League are also interested in the Dutchman. German record champions Bayern also have said to have inquired about Frimpong. However, the talks did not progress. So, people, 40 million release clause for Jeremy Frimpong. He is a good player, but I don't see where he fits in, because for me, he's not a right back. He's kind of more right mid and like a wing back / right winger. I don't know if this is something Liverpool are looking at. I don't think this should be a priority, in my opinion. I really don't. Like, don't get me wrong, he can play. Obviously, he can play right back, and I get it, people. We're going to get a lot of this as well, by the way, because the new manager hasn't even spoken. There's been no concrete links to exactly what we're going to do, but this is what this show's about. We're here to dissect these rumors and see whether there's any truth in them, or whether we think it'll be a good idea, whether it happens or not, right? This is football, isn't it? Like, anything can happen, because it could be a rumor which you think, there's nothing really in it, and it turns out to be true. Do you get what I'm trying to say, people? So yeah, I just think this whole Frimpong thing, like, we got Trent at right back and we got Connor Bradley. Yeah. And it's true. Arne Slot is on holiday. I saw the pictures, but just because a man's on holiday, it doesn't mean to say that he can't give his okay on signings. Because remember, he's not making the signings. It's Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards. All they have to do is call Slot and be like, "You said you wanted a right mid, for example. This is the name. Like, what are you saying?" That's all it is. So people saying it's a holiday, acting like, what are we acting like if we're on holiday, we don't work at the same time? Come on, people. You know what time it is. You get what I'm trying to say? But and plus, yeah, obviously the Euros, but the Frimpong thing is interesting. But me personally, like, he's a good player, but I don't think it makes sense though. Again, he's not a right back. I don't think so, even though he can play there. He's more of a wing back slash right midfielder slash right winger. Would you lot be happy if he was the backup to Mo Salah? Me personally, I wouldn't. I don't think stylistically he fits us. Big up Dan J says, not gonna lie, Edwards and them man are moving kind of brazy right now. Big up Bonkers, he says Frimpong might play right. Wait, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know, Ali, I'm gonna speak about that later, you know. Do you know what? We always got if we can ever laugh at our rivals, because big up Side, big up Rants, listen, nothing but respect to those guys. I actually really like those guys. They are good content creators. But they also know that they're probably going to get cooked. Do you get what I'm saying? Well, not them getting cooked, but their club will get cooked in it. Do you get what I'm saying? Big up to them, man. No, I think they're live now. Actually, funny enough, they're having some emergency meeting. Like over there is crazy. I'm glad we're not there, and we could have been there as well if we didn't get on a slot. Let's just hope that it all turns out well. You get what I'm saying? But what are you not saying though? For 40, do you not think this is a good deal? For 40 million euros, the release clause, is that something that we should be looking at, even though he might not necessarily be a priority? I think that's what it boils down to. Is the price, because that's the thing. When you look at the price, yeah, the price is an attractive price. So you would look at that and go, there could be a deal there. I'd rather go Tudor as well. Bigger Connor. He said, yeah, I'd rather go Tudor as well. I think go Tudor's cold. I think he's cold. Ali A says he's a wicked player. That's about 35 mil. This is what I'm saying. That is kind of like the Michael Edwards kind of hallmark for them type of signings there, innit? Like the value, innit? Like how much they'll spend. Big up Dan J. Man said Frimpong ain't Gertruda. He actually be an intruder, you know. Man said I'd be intruder. That's the thing. Frimpong, I just don't think works at Liverpool. We don't like. Do you know where he would work if he played at maybe something like Chelsea or something, and they played 4-man midfield, a 3-4-3. All right. Do you know what, actually? If we were getting Amorim instead of Slot, Frimpong suits that right midfield role 100%. You're not with me on that one. Put a 1 in the chat if you're with me on that one. If Amorim was at Liverpool doing the 3-4-3, Frimpong works for us. Put a 1 in the chat. But for me, it's a 2 because we don't play 3-4-3 and I don't see it. And Mr. Link, I don't think that's lazy analysis at all, because Frimpong is a wing back. He is not a right back. There's a reason why Xabi Alonso changed the system to support his skill set. He's strictly a right mid / right winger / right wing back. He ain't a right back, bro. Because defensively, Frimpong does get caught out. He's very, very athletic. But doesn't, in my opinion, can't read the game at some of the better right backs. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Now, Frimpong obviously has more experience and probably is better than Bradley right now. But you're going to stunt Bradley's growth to play Frimpong. I don't understand. I don't understand that, me personally. Do you get what I'm saying? Frimpong is a hell of a player. But what I'm saying is he a must? Do you guys want to say, people? Is he a must? Is he? Do we look at Frimpong and think, okay, cool, get Frimpong, and you got Frimpong and Bradley as right back? Big up Imran. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Link. He played right wing forward as well. This is what I'm saying. Right mid, right wing forward. That he's not a right back. He's played right back before, but imagine the best we've seen of Frimpong is when he's moved further forward. For me, that says it all. And I don't think we need Frimpong personally. Good player. He's a very, very good player, but I think it's something that we shouldn't be looking at personally. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd rather Gertrude as well, Connor. Gertrude for me is a better right back, more defensively sound than Frimpong. But Mr. Link, that's my point, fam. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's my point. I don't need him to. That's what I'm saying. If we're gonna get a right winger, I don't even want Frimpong as my first choice, though. You can go and get a Michael Elise or a Kudus. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I hear you. And nothing but respect, Mr. Link. You get what I'm saying now, innit? Frimpong is a good player, except for his best position, in my opinion, is either right mid or right wing. But because we don't play for right mid, and it looks like we're going to play for a right winger, whether it's a 4-2-3 or a 4-3-3, I do feel, yeah, it's all love, Mr. Link. I do think we're better off getting someone better suited for that role. Do you get what I'm saying? You're not getting Kudos. No, I agree. We're not getting Kudos for 45. No chance. No chance. We're not getting Kudos. Kudos would be like 65 or something. At least that'll be about 55 as well, I would say. I think that's his release clause, I believe. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, put 1 in the chat if you think we should go and get Frimpong, or put a 2 in the chat if you think, nah, just a no. So 1 for yes for Frimpong and 2 for a no. I reckon there's going to be a lot of 2s, but I could be wrong. I think at least they might go Chelsea as well, Brendan. Still, I'm not going to lie, bro. You might go still. I missed the link. I knew he was going to put a 1 day, you know. There's a few 1s now. Is that what we're saying? Bro, I'm actually quite surprised. It's actually kind of a mixture. Bro, there's actually kind of a mixture still. It depends, but this is what I'm saying. It does depend, but I don't think he should be a priority though. Some people, I'm just trying to accept the Trent in midfield. No, I hear you. I'm trying to accept the Trent in midfield thing as well, but I just think I'd rather go and get a more solid right back like a Gertrude. You get what I'm trying to say? But Frimpong is cold. I just think defensively he can be got at, even though he's very, very quick in it. That's my argument. But he's not a bad player. He's a very, very good player. Very, very good player. But I just don't think he's a must for us, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, that's Frimpong. Next I want to speak about though, and again, this stems from flipping from Germany as well. Apparently, Bayern Munich / Vincent Company want to sign Joe Gomez. Now, Joe Gomez, for me, had his best season at Liverpool since maybe the 18-19 season. Yeah, I know he got injured, and maybe even 19-20. Got injured in both those seasons, but his actual performances were sensational. But in terms of his most consistent season, last season, the season we just had, was the best one, yeah? Bayern Munich are looking at Joe Gomez, yeah? Guys, I'll be the first one to say, we can't lose Joe Gomez, you know? I actually think Joe Gomez is actually key to Liverpool as things stand right now. The thing is, he's a very, 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 very good utility player. Because if he's not playing centre-back, he's playing left-back, he's playing right-back. You see how we're saying about how we want to get Gertrude? Let's just say we don't get Gertrude, yeah? We've got Joe Gomez that can kind of do the same thing. Bayern are going trying to get Jonathan Tah. I've read that as well, but that doesn't stop them from trying to get Joe Gomez, because remember, Bayern Munich also put bare people up for sale. You know, they want to get rid of Delit as well. They want to get rid of Beer Man that I saw the other day about. Sorry, my hay fever is killing me, people. So apologies. They want to get rid of about 4 or 5 like top players. I think another one is Goretzka, Delit. There's a few others as well. Do you get what I'm saying? There's a few others, but it's mad. Like, I don't think like Liverpool, unless a massive offer comes in for Joe Gomez, yeah, I don't think we should be actively looking to sell Joe Gomez at all. I actually think Joe Gomez is cold. And I can't believe I'm saying that after 2 seasons ago, he was one of the worst players in the whole Liverpool squad. He was that bad. But this rejuvenated Joe Gomez, yeah, who in my opinion even should have played more towards the back end of last season, yeah, deserves to stay at the club, in my opinion. What are your lot's takes on that? Gomez can't play centre-back anymore. No, bro, he can in an emergency. I'm not trying to... We'll get on to the centre-back thing, but for me, Joe Gomez can play centre-back, bro. He can play there. He just... What it is, he'll be like a 5th choice kind of thing. Because you've got Virgil, Ibu, Kwanzaa. Say we get a new centre-back, that's the 4th one. Gomez is the 5th. Do you get what I'm saying, people? I don't think we can be thinking about selling Joe Gomez. And listen, I know Cal, big up Drift. I know Cal goes talks about this a lot, but even the homegrown thing, we have to keep it about people. The homegrown thing's important. You get what I'm saying? And if I'm being real, if we do invert next season and we don't get Gertruda, I actually think Joe Gomez is the best defender to play at left back. Because if we do invert, obviously Trent inverts, everyone shifts across, yeah. Gomez becomes a centre back. That's normal for him. It's natural. He's a natural centre back. That's what we've got to remember as well. He can defend. I'd rather much sell Simi than Joe Gomez. 100. Do you get me? Yeah, man. Left back, right back, centre back, homegrown, good wage. You don't sell. That's what I'm saying. Trent won't be here. No, Trent will be here. I like to think Trent will still be here. You get what I'm saying, people? You get what I'm saying? But yeah, that one, when I saw that and I said, you know what, I'm a bit worried about that. Because remember, people, this whole Joe Gomez like being linked with other clubs and whatnot hasn't just come out of nowhere. This has been an ongoing thing, you would arguably say, since the back end of the season we just had, because everyone saw how well he was playing, and you could kind of see that he deserved to play. Jurgen Klopp did, you know, he gave more game time to Robbo, which I think was wrong at one point, because Joe Gomez, for me, had a better left back season than Robertson. Like, I don't even think it's even like night and day. I think Joe Gomez was the best left back last season. If we're keeping it trill, do you get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, man. Red Scout. No, I hear you. Yeah, man. Trust me. Yeah, I've seen Jude. Yeah, it's Agent Jude now, isn't it? I know. I hear that still. I hear a lot of people say, but Trent won't be here, you know. Facts. Big up Barry. He says Gomez had a great season. We need to keep him. He's in the England squad. 100%. I mean, don't get me wrong. Just because you get picked by England, don't mean to say that you know what I'm saying, you're the best. But there's a reason why I did get picked at the same time, because obviously you got guys like Harry Maguire there, and you're like, I don't understand that. Like, I'm not even in England like that. But for me, Joe Gomez, those are the players you keep hold of, man. Very, very good player, very consistent, and like I said before, it's one of the best comebacks I've seen in a while. To have so many like knee injuries, not really lose his pace too tough. Obviously, he's gone through his shaky period or whatever. Had a really bad like couple of seasons ago, and then last season was an absolute boss. You can't say nothing wrong about Gomez. You can't. You really can't. No, Charles, you're saying let Gomez and Robert battle out left back. Yeah, no, I hear that, Connor. Charles is saying, no, Gomez is bang average. We can do better than him. I don't think he's bang average, Charles. I have to disagree with you, bro. Don't get me wrong. If Joe Gomez was to leave and we get Gertruda, I'm not gonna cry about it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I know, and I know Gertrude's been linked with us, but sometimes I'm starting to wonder if it's a little bit of lazy journalism, because it seems like every single time there's someone's either in the Dutch league or a Dutch player, they just get linked with us, and it's going to happen throughout the summer. It's going to happen. I've seen it with, even though like I would like some of these players. Obviously, we've seen it with Gertrude, we've seen it with Max Weaver, we've seen it with the what's the striker's name for Feyenoord again? I know he's not, but again, come from Feyenoord again. Like, it's a bit of lazy journalism, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? But Gomez is not average. I think Joe Gomez is a good player. Xavi Simons is a Michael Edwards signing. Whoever said that? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, it's true. Man said name a final player who hasn't been linked to us. It's true, you know. Bigger A9. He says, Matt, I would rather we sell Simi and sign Ain't Nouri. Yeah, I understand that. That makes sense, because then you got Ain't Nouri and Robbo, and Gomez can play there as well. 100. Yeah, bro. And 8-0 is something different because he's attacking wise, he's an absolute monster. Big up Rosa. She says Gomez will be a loss, but not a massive one for me. Oh, fair play, Rosa. I rate Gomez. Gomez is cold. I think last season he kind of showed me what I like. He showed me like he's still a quality player. Do you get what I'm saying? At centre back, he might not be the greatest anymore, but left back, he's cold. Do you get what I'm saying? Charles, what do you think about Max Vifer? I think he's cold, you know. And again, I can't really sit here and say I've watched bag of final games and him all of this season. I can't. But from what I've seen in the few games, bro, I think there's something about that brother where it's like he can control the center, he can control the center mid. And again, maybe because it's the Dutch league, but I think he's a quality player, you know. It's a shame he's not going to the Euros, isn't it, people? I think he's injured still. I think he's injured. Simons is only leaving on loan. Is that true? I didn't even know that. Actually, no, I did know that because yeah, they did say that they're not willing to sanction a permanent deal still. But now, people, come on, smash the like button, subscribe if you're It's Team Kop-Ish. It's your boy, man like Matt. It's Kop-Ish Catch-Up. We're just going through some of the news of today. And again, apologies, people. I wasn't able to go live earlier on today. I haven't been feeling great since the start of the week, really. But I said, you know what? Still got to bring out that content for you guys. You get me? Trying to keep it hella consistent, people. You know, like that. So don't be surprised if you see me again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. You get me? Trying to give you all the content. There was something else I wanted to speak about, people, as well. Yeah, that's it. It was regarding this bit got me mad, you know. In fact, let me read out the super. Big up Dean, appreciate that, bro. He goes, people not throwing Simi under the bus. He played well when Robbo was out before injury. That is true. Please name me a good left back willing to be on the sidelines all season. I hear you on that one, Dean, you know, because I said Simi before the injury was better than Robbo. When he got injured, though, Simi was never the same again, but also because he wasn't played into form. I remember he had this one bad game, was taken off at half-time, and that's very unfair to Tsimikas. Tsimikas needed a run of game, just like Robbo. I do feel with the two left backs, yeah, Klopp has way more leeway for Robbo, probably because he trusts Robbo more because of obviously Robbo being part of the Champions League winning squad and the Prem. But he hasn't really given Tsimikas the same amount of confidence, in my opinion. I have to keep it a buck. So you are right, bro. I would go and get Kerkez from Bournemouth, though. I rate him still. Kerkez from Bournemouth, the Hungarian left back. I think he's cold. And 8-0 is another one, and you got Robinson as well from Fulham. But to your point, no, Dean, like you said, yeah, that man there wouldn't be happy sitting on the bench. So you're right, they wouldn't. But they could replace him, Castro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Big up Manos. No, appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that, bro. And YouTube as well. Appreciate that, bro. What's this? A9, it says, Matt, what do you think about the 20-year-old Dario Osorio? Oh, is he the River Plate winger? I think he is. I haven't seen enough of him to really to really speak about him, really, if I'm being honest. I've just seen a couple of clips and them thing there, but other than that, he just looks decent. He could be another Asaidi for all I know. Do you get what I'm trying to say? There's not enough evidence for me to kind of really give a full opinion on him. I ain't seen enough of him. Oh, was it Midgetland? Midgetland? Is that how you pronounce it? Midgetland. Yeah, Douglas Luiz is going to Villa. But now, people, yeah, I got a bit mad at this article, yeah, and I'm not even got the person, just about what the article represents, yeah, and it's from the Echo. Big up the Echo. Listen, I don't want to disrespect no one. So when I say this, it's only respecting it. I just disagree with what the person was saying or what they're trying to suggest. Yeah, they're basically trying to say, yeah, how we might not necessarily, well, the DM spot might not be a priority. And I was like, what? What do you mean? Now, let me bring out the article. So you lot can understand what I'm talking about. It's not even like I'm mad or anything. It's just more like, I just don't agree with it. So it's not even that necessarily. So in fact, so you get some context, yeah. It's from Ian Doyle. Big up Ian Doyle. He says back in 2020. Let me do a bit of narration for you lot, yeah, just quickly. So it goes back in 2022. The Reds were looking to both refresh the midfield options and identify a long-term successor to Fabinho when they decided upon Monaco's Tchouaméni as a preferred target, only for the France international team to join Real Madrid. The following campaign with Fabinho's indifferent form having heightened the need for an imminent replacement, Southampton youngster Romeo Lavia was seen as the answer, only for the South Coast side to ramp up the asking price beyond what Liverpool regarded as fair value for the player. Okay, I hear you on that, yeah. In the meantime, Saudi Arabia made both Fabinho and Liverpool an offer too good to refuse. Obviously, we know the rest. Jordan Henderson went to Pro League, Saudi Pro League, and obviously Miller left on a free. I hear that. Then it also speaks about the deadlock over Lavia upon Liverpool to gazump Chelsea for Brighton was Caicedo, only to be trumped by Chelsea. We kind of know that. Don't you talk about that. And they also speak about it became clear that Firmino's Andre was staying put. We hear that as well. Obviously, then we got Endo, right? That's what is an article. But the main part of the article that I'm just a bit like, what? That was under Jurgen Klopp. And while Liverpool's defensive midfield options have arguably decreased further with the departure of Thiago Alcantara, the landscape is now changing given the arrival of Arne Slot as head coach. Slot, like Klopp, favours operating with three in the engine room, but while his predecessor in recent seasons preferred a 4-3-3 with one player directly ahead of the centre-backs, which became two when inverted right-back, usually Trent, just in central areas when Liverpool were in possession. The new man has been in for a far more receptive to a 4-2-3-1 approach, which is what we read, yeah? I know the ads go crazy on the Echo. They move mad on there, you know? Big up them, they're just trying to get their P's though, still. But yeah, it's mad. And that goes the same way to explaining why new defensive midfield and why not completely off the table for Liverpool's sport director, which is using a recruitment team, is not seen as an absolute priority in the forthcoming transfer window. I'm really confused by this article because it's almost like by someone saying that, it's like their man is saying, with the midfielders that we have and Endo, we're blessed. Am I missing something here? I'll read a bit more. But that number isn't 6 quite as required as a wide forward or centre back, even when viewing the matter in the long term is down to versatility of midfield option. Slot has inherited, as his managerial history suggests, he's more regularly employs a double pivot. But Endo and McAllister have extensive experience in the role, but for me, Endo needs an upgrade. While Szoboszlai and Kirchhoff have already spent parts of the time playing in there. One thing we can all agree on: Szoboszlai is not a double pivot player. Hell no. Basetic, they speak up Basetic. Basetic has been out for practically a year. He needs to probably go out on loan. Has shown sufficient potential to embrace the position, while Tyler Morton has had loan spells at Championship. You lot, yeah. I understand if Trent plays in the middle of the park, yeah, like how he's supposed to play in the middle of the park for England, yeah. But this article's also trying to suggest that Szoboszlai can play in the pivot, which I don't. Obviously, he can play there, but he's just not good there, yeah. Trent, obviously, we would like to think can play there, but we won't really know until maybe the England tournament. Not only that, that's one tournament. He could have a great tournament, but also not have a great campaign at Liverpool, depending on how the tactics are. McAllister can play in the pivot, Endo can play in the pivot, Jones can play in the pivot, probably Gravenberch. Yeah? We know we're going to play more Champions League games than ever before. Right, so there's more games. We expect to be in all the cup competitions. Am I the only one that thinks we need to upgrade on Endo? Like, I'm being real, people. Like, and again, this is no slant on Endo. If you want to bring in another midfielder, yeah, and Endo's the backup DM, I'm cool. I'm actually cool for that. No, I'm not stressing, but it's more of a case of sometimes, yeah, things that you read do have. There's sometimes there's no smoke without fire in it, because from all the articles that I've seen, a lot of them do keep saying things like Liverpool, although they know they might need 6, but at the same time they're still very, very happy with Endo, almost saying like, unless we don't get like the best DM in the world, we might not upgrade. I don't know, man. Like me personally, like I'm just keeping it a buck in it. For us to win the Prem and win the Champions League, I think we would need to upgrade on Endo. I think it's that simple. And that's no disrespect to Endo. Endo can be part of the campaign on both, but I don't think he can be the starting DM. Do you get what I'm saying, people? That's why this article, maybe it is a whole lot of waffle, but I don't want to do that because someone wrote that, took their time and wrote it. I don't want to discredit no one. I can just disagree with them, innit? So I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I can disagree with it. And I disagree with the whole thing. I'm just keeping it honest, innit? Just keeping it real. Doesn't mean to say that like the other person isn't right for what they're writing, but I just disagree with it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I think Gravenberch has a big part to play this season. I think this is the season where he has to really step up a gear, in my opinion. Curtis Jones has to step up. McAllister's McAllister. Like the best midfielder we have at the club, obviously, is McAllister. In my opinion, I think you go and get another midfielder. All right, let me ask you like this actually, because I feel like the last bit I was waffling a little bit. Yeah, let me ask you this because I was trying to think about something. I just thought about it now. Would you sell Endo to get a better DM, or do you think that's too harsh on Endo? Let me ask you like that. Let me ask you like that. What are you lot saying about that? Sell Endo, because I feel like the numbers are stacking up a bit in midfield. Big up Philip. No, you're not the only one that thinks we need to upgrade on Endo as everything you're saying it correct, man. No, I appreciate that, bro. Skyline Jamrock, Team Kop-Ish, Endo and only upgrade needed. No, I agreed. But you are not the only one. That's why my comment about competement. I hear what you're saying, Jamrock. What I'm saying is though, yeah. You're saying yes, yeah, quality, yeah, okay. So you lot. Here's the thing: the numbers are stacking up, wise, yeah, in our midfield options, right? It is stacking up. Because I won't even count Soboslai. I'm going to count Soboslai as a 10, and I'm going to count Harvey Elliott as a 10. Yeah, that leaves you with Endo, McAllister, Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, and potentially Trent. Potentially, that's 5. Potentially, go and get another one. That's 6. That's just for the pivot. That's a bit overkill, in my opinion. Me, would be a bit ruthless and be like, Endo, enough respect, brother. If Trent is definitively going to play in this pivot, which remains to be seen, we're going to get someone better than Endo. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But if the numbers can work and you can fit in Endo and another player, another DM, then cool. Endo, I don't mind Endo being the backup, but he just can't be the first, the top DM at the club. Do you get what I'm saying? Gravenberch to go, Besetic to, yeah. Like, see Besetic, yeah? I think Besetic could be an absolutely quality DM. /8, because we don't really know what Besetic is just yet. And he's been out for nearly a year. There's a lot of people that seem to like forget that Besetic, like even having a preseason, probably won't be back to the best Besetic that we remember from like 2-3 years ago, you know? It's gonna take time. Man's had all them growth issues, pause. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's gonna take time even for him to kind of like get back up to like. Do you get what I'm saying, people? What are you saying, John? In a perfect world, you would move on Gravenberch and Jones from. Ooh. See, I would give them two both another year, but now maybe I'm being a bit not cutthroat here, John. Because do you know what it is, yeah? I want to see Gravenberch. All right, do you know what? It might have to be one or the other, you know, for that left-hand side, maybe. But I think you can't really sell either of them right now, though. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, Jamrock, like you said as well, like the squad as well has to be on point. And I'd like to think Gravenberch can reach his potential. Do you get what I'm saying? I like Ender, but we can see too many shots, too many goals. We need a quality top tier. I agree with that. Yeah, we do. But again, some of it is the defensive structure, though. I will say that the structure is it was abysmal. It was abysmal. Let's keep it a buck. And we never changed our tactics. I think the problem is in Liverpool is that we didn't really alter our tactics enough when we had different personnel compared to like the other personnel we've had in the past. Do you get what I'm saying? I hear you, Jamrock, man, saying consolidation of quantity. I hear you, bro. I hear you. But I think there's something there with Gravenberch, you know, Jamrock. I feel like there's a player there, bro. Bigger in this house here. Big up, man, like Matt. Big up yourself, bro. He says, Fab just tweet, Aston Villa and Coutinho have agreed to terminate his contract. Raw. Would you take him back? Boy, what we saying? What we saying? What, run it back. 4-2-3-1. Yeah, Coutinho in the 10. Listen, I've heard worse of things in it. Do you get what I'm saying? I've heard worse of things. Nah, I'm joking. I don't even know what state he's even in. Like, in terms of like, has anyone even seen Coutinho for the last 2 years? Like, what he's actually been keeping up with? Pause. Like, what's he been doing? Like, can he actually even play football anymore? This one is kind of spot on, you know. Gravenberch is too shy, has all the skill. Jones is full of confidence, but not skillful. That is so true, you know. That I agree with that still. I agree with that. Yeah, now Gravenberch is a baller. He's a baller, bro. But he needs to assert himself more in games. He needs to be more aggressive. When I see more aggressive, I don't just mean throw himself about, but just be more assertive in the game. Be more assertive. Is that true? They agreed to terminate his contract on his birthday. Oh, because it's his birthday today, isn't it? Is that what they've done? On his birthday, they've terminated his That's a bit mad, you know. That must be mutual termination, though, surely. It can't be. Yeah, it's got to be. You're saying mutual termination, isn't it? Right, chat. And I'm going slightly off topic here, but I just see there's a new SBC out on FC24, but it's Enzo Fernandez. 8 squads. You're moving mad. I've done the Diaz one, and I can't lie to you. The Diaz one, my club is in the mud. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna speak about Ten Hag. I'll speak about Ten Hag in a minute still. That is mad though. Big up David Lynch. This is via the Anfield sector. He says there's been no attempts. This is interesting. There has been no attempt to dismiss links to Johan Bakayoko, Brian Mbeumo, or Dario Osorio. So basically, what my man's trying to say is Liverpool haven't really dismissed it. They've just said no comment kind of thing. So that maybe looks like we are after one of them forwards potentially. I'll bring out the article now for you people. Let me go and get the article now still. You get me? What I'm reading, you lot can read as well. That's what we do, people. You understand? Let me get this for you lot now still. Let me see. Big up David Lynch each and every time. So Liverpool have been linked to a host of wingers ahead of the transfer window, and their approach to rumours tells us about a lot of the search for Mohamed Salah's successor, as has been a case for several purported targets already this summer. It did not take long for Newcastle. Oh yeah, that Newcastle's minted to be crushed by trusted Liverpool sources. Clearly, the Reds have no interest in seeing a name deployed with benefit of agents in the coming window or to aid their rivals in terms of PSR concerns. What's this? While the reports knocking down exciting links with players can sometimes feel like they're struggling, blah, blah, blah. Who hasn't been ruled out? Okay, let's get who hasn't been ruled out. So he goes, yeah, Bakayoko is the most prominent example of this phenomenal, and crucially, there's been no attempt to dismiss those links yet. The same goes for Mbeumo, who has the hallmark of a Michael Edwards era signing in the mold of Jota. And both were joined on the alleged shortlist by Dario Osorio, who has just enjoyed a fantastic debut season with Midtjylland coming off the right wing. You guessed it, he's left-footed. I don't think there can ever be a next Mohamed Salah, yeah? That's never going to happen, but... What's this? So, by contrast, options on the right were actively sparse. The fact that as much as Salah, blah, blah, in the past, leaving the position solid to the Egyptian. However, the question marks of his future having risen late would be wise Liverpool's. Yeah, we know that. There's been zero chance of Salah departing this summer, but negotiations of a new contract with players who will not want to pay aren't going to be straightforward. Agreed. I agree with what Lynch is saying. Agree. What should we expect? Previously, there's a role of backup for Tavilla, but his lack of electric pace. We've already said that. Yeah. Instead of the kind of. Yeah, no, you know what? Actually, Lynch is big up David Lynch because he's basically saying what we've all been saying. Elliott is not the backup right winger. We do need a future right winger. Liverpool obviously are probably looking at the successor to Salah, and they're probably thinking, do we go and get someone like a Johan Bakayoko where like he's not there yet, but they feel like he can get there, or do they go and get someone a little bit more established, and that potentially would be, in my opinion, it'll be like an Elise though, or a Kudus. I don't know about this in Mbeumo. In fact, I'll say this, chat, yeah. To Lynch's article and to his point, big up Lynch again, yeah. Mbeumo is more like Jota, a second striker / striker. I don't see Mbeumo as a right winger at all. Like, at all. He's not a winger for me. And I don't want Mbeumo. I'm just saying in terms of playing style, like, Mbeumo is not a winger, Brody. Nah, man. Chat, what are we doing here? If we get Mbeumo, yeah, I'm not going to lie. That'll be strike one for me for Michael Edwards, man. I can't lie. Like, I understand we can do this whole Moneyball thing in terms of like the value and stuff, but I just think Mbeumo can't be the player that you're thinking could potentially replace Salah. That is insane. I'm not even saying at least Kudus can replace him, but what I'm saying is if we got one of them two players and Salah starts to have like a bit of a not nosedive, but starts to derail off a bit more, you know one of them man can cook up something in it. And Mbeumo is my brother. Nah, he ain't my brother, bro. I've got a brother and his name ain't Mbeumo. His name ain't Brian, fam. I understand the depth thing, but Mbeumo is better than Bowen. I'm going to be real. He might be a better footballer, but Bowen's a better goal scorer. Bowen is a better goal scorer than Mbeumo. And Mbeumo's a better link man. Do you guys want to say? He's more of a link man. So I don't really understand. Like this right wing thing starting to really bother me, you know. Can't be getting man like Mbeumo and them man there. That's Mbeumo and Dario Osorio. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Do you know what, people? Do you know who's just gone to West Ham? That Fluminense, the guy from Fluminense, the right winger. He looks like he's a prospect, you know. I've forgotten his freaking name. We were looking at him before. Brazilian right winger, left-footed, bro. Chat, what's his name again? I understand why we didn't go for him. What's the man name? People, what's his name? Let me go to is it Gil? That's it, Gilherm or Guilherm or something like that. What's his name there? Hold on. Yeah, Lewis Gilherm has signed for West Ham from Palmeiras. Is it Palmeiras? Sorry. Did I say Palmeiras? I can't remember if I said Palmeiras. Bro, he's a talent, you know. He's a talent, bro. Cause I see him and Endrick doing the link up the other day. Still, I can't even lie. He's a talent, bro. He's a talent. I'm not trying to say he's gonna be like he's sick, but there's something about him, though. I'm just surprised because remember, West Ham are getting it for West Ham. You know, actually, I think Drift said it best. You know, big up Drift. Because if they get Gilham is speed. If they're gonna get him, they know Paqueta's done. That means Kudus goes into the 10, innit? So they got Bone on the right, Kudus in the 10, and that Luis, I can't even pronounce his surname, Guilherme, will be the understudy, or Bowen gets sold potentially. But West Ham, that's a smart move for me. It's 23 million euros up front, 7 million in add-ons. These are the type of deals that I'm surprised like we're not on right now. Do you get what I'm saying, people? Like Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes. I'm surprised that's not a deal that because 30 million euros to us is nothing. But again, maybe the player as a backup might not be good enough, but he's definitely a talent. And it's true, we never look at Brazilian player. Bro, I remember when Rodrygo and Vinicius Jr., bro. I kid you not, I'm not even trying to do the hype thing, I spoke about Vinicius before anybody was speaking about him. Not anybody, but like no one on the channel mentioned big up Drift, big up Cal. They didn't mention him, and I was like, trust me, bro, Vinicius, from Flamengo, he's cold. And I remember speaking about Rodrygo at Santos, and people were speaking about him like the next name. And I remember watching the Copa Libertadores, and I was like, these guys can cook in it. And they both went obviously to Real Madrid. And I remember when Vinicius went to Real Madrid, he was just seen as a speed merchant. And people weren't really saying he was that technical. And I was like, trust me, he's going to adapt and he's going to mush up the league. Did I think he'd be doing this right now? No, I can honestly say that. I knew it'd be good. I didn't know it'd be this good. But we got to start looking at the Brazilian league, man. I can't even lie. There's some players there that we need to. But again, the Andre guy from midfield that we tried to get from was it? Where was Andre from again? Andre. Where's he from again? I've forgotten which club he's at in the Brazilian league. But he was someone that, to be fair, that we looked at and we tried to get him, but he didn't want to leave. So Corinthians, that's it. Yeah, Corinthians. I know it's work permit. Fluminense. Yeah, it's Fluminense. It's Fluminense, ain't it? Not Corinthians, Fluminense. It's mad, but we've got to start looking at the Brazil League a bit more. I hear what you're saying about the work permit stuff, but look, West Ham have been able to sign this guy, and it doesn't say anything about regarding work permit. I think he's actually signed now. He's actually signed. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Remains to be seen, but Liverpool needs to start doing their due diligence. But yeah, it's crazy. Because West Ham are looking like they're getting some talent, though. I'm not gonna front. But people, before I go, actually, some news broke yesterday. Ten Hag is staying at United. Hey, people, listen, it's very rarely that we speak about our rivals, really, unless something crazy happens. First of all, I was actually in shock because I thought they're definitely going to get rid of him. It don't make no sense. And in my brain, I was like, if you're a Man United fan right now, you are vexed. This manager is so not Man United material. It's untrue. All the people that are trying to justify and say he's won 2 cups, I hear what they're saying. He's been able to win 2 cups. But if you're Man United, joint biggest club in England with Liverpool, and that's your manager, I'll be fuming. I can't even lie. I'd actually be fuming. Big up Rants, big up Saeed. Like, I was actually watching their streams yesterday. And the thing is, even though obviously like man was laughing, whatever, but they were just making such valid points, man. It's like they remember an era when they used to like dominate and beat the best of English football. and you've got other fans, and I can't have a go at them, but you've got other fans that think that this guy's okay. And I get it, a lot needs to change from the structure, from the players, identifying the right players, the culture at the club, the system they want to play. I fully get it. But a lot of it, or should I say, a big part of that is your manager. I'm not going to lie, man. If you're Man United and you really want your club to be back to where they need to be, you can't want Ten Hag as your manager. Like, how much time do you... Because I'll be real... All right, let me ask you like this, actually, regarding Ten Hag. If Arne Slot does what Ten Hag has just done, do you want to keep Arne Slot? Put a 1 in the chat if you'd accept if that was Arne Slot. Put a 2 in the chat if you want him to go. What do you mean I can't talk to you? Bro, I can talk about any club I like. You can't come in my chat and tell me who I can't talk about. Are you mad? Pipe down, you ever said that. You better calm yourself now. You know what I'm saying? But I can't talk about... Of course I can talk about Man United. Of course I can talk... Bro, I'm a football fan. I'm probably older than you, that probably seen more football than you. So what are you talking about? People want to start getting rowdy in the chat, you know? No, we're not doing that today, bro. If I want to speak about Man United, I'll speak about Man United. It's that simple. I'm seeing bare 2s in the chat. Because a lot of you wouldn't... Exactly. A lot of you wouldn't accept that. And that's what I'm saying. Imagine this year. In a weird way, I'm understand the United fans. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I understand that. Bro, how can you say your kids are older than me when you don't even know how old I am? What kind of foolishness is this, bro? Like, come on, let's not do this, man. Don't bring down the vibe, please, because everyone's been respectful in here. As soon as I speak about Man United, I'm seeing people get touchy. Allow it, bro. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. If I want to be serious, I'll be serious. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I don't know what some of you are on. But big up the rest of you, though. You know who you are I'm talking to. I'm not going to bring attention to you because I can't be bothered. Do you get what I'm saying? But nah, it's kind of mad, though. All jokes aside, I don't want to bring the mood down, people, yeah? I don't want to bring the mood down. This was vibes, isn't it? This was vibes. All I want to say is this, yeah? If you're a big club and you want to be successful, you have to wear what's best, yeah? And what's best for Man United, in my opinion, remember, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I'm also a football fan, and I understand, in my opinion, what it takes to be successful. And I've seen successful teams over the years, yeah? That can't be it, bro. It can't be it. Like, Arteta, I understand it. I know we laugh at Arsenal, but you can actually see if Arsenal... there's some progress there. Because remember, Arsenal were doing that whole 8th and whatnot. But now Arsenal actually challenging for the Premier League. Man United, in my opinion, are nowhere near challenging for the Premier League if they keep Erik ten Hag as the manager. You could go and get better players. But I think the manager's philosophy, from what he's done at Ajax, has not translated over at Man United. And I also think his player ID is shocking. We can't even say it's the board. Anthony was his former player. Do you get what I'm trying to say? A player like that, you've wasted, 90 mil? And then you've got someone like, you got Sancho. And again, I've always rated Sancho. Even when Sancho was playing crap, I was like, there's a player there. He's just at the wrong club yet. It's actually mad, you know. Sancho's a good player. But they'll probably get rid of him now as well. It's mad. And I'm so glad a lot of you agreed with me, because here's the thing, yeah? When you want to be the best, yeah, your standards, you want to keep your standards as high as possible. And it's very easy to let those standards slip when you're not crap, but you're just a bit better than crap, yeah? I can't lie to you, yeah? If Arne Slot was to do what Ten Hag has just done for them last 2 years, I'm sorry. I can't accept that. Even with an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup in the last 2 years. That's not good enough for Liverpool, you know? We have to keep it a buck. Because it's not even... Yes, the trophies are... You're being successful with your trophies, but what about your league form? Your league form is atrocious. It's mad. I don't know, man. What do I rate about... No, I rate Jean Neves, but I think he's not the stylistically player that we need. I think you play him next to like a destroyer, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Mo Trafford, you know. That's crazy. Man said Mo Trafford. No. I'm not comparing Arne Slot to Ten Hag. What I'm saying is, imagine if Arne Slot done what Ten Hag did, though. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Imagine, like, we wouldn't accept that as a fan base. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't. And if there are any United fans in here, this isn't like what do you call it? Me trying to disrespect Man United, even though I can laugh. It's not a disrespecting thing. It's just more about I actually feel like I understand like why a lot of the Man United fans would want him gone and wouldn't want him to still be there and potentially get the new contract. Because if you're United and you've come from an era where you're used to winning things and being near the top, and you want to get back to where you feel like you need to be, that can't be the manager. It just can't be, in my opinion. I don't think his tactics is good enough. I don't think his player ID is good enough. Like, I genuinely don't. But I feel like what they're doing is they're just sticking with him because maybe they feel like there's no one else out there. But then I'm like, if you're Man United and you want to change your culture, why not try and get a De Zerbi and change the philosophy? Like possession style football, and then you get the players that he wants that can play within his system. That's just me, though, innit? I'm not a United guy. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm only just speaking as a football fan as well. I know people can do the bias thing and say Liverpool, but I'm speaking as a football fan. You get what I'm trying to say? Man was from an era of Fowler and them, man. There, you get what I'm trying to say? An era before that, so to speak. So I've seen a lot in my time. You get what I'm trying to say? Seen a lot. Seen a lot of football, man. It's crazy. Like this is me not even trying to, what's the word? Not little bro Man United, because they're still Man United, but Man United as a club, like if that was Liverpool, they'll be looking at us laughing, but they'd also be like, that's not Liverpool I remember. That Liverpool is dead. Like, say like we done the same thing. They'll be thinking that's not the Liverpool I remember. Like that Liverpool there is a fraud. Right now, Man United are a fraud. They are a fraud. Because they're no better than Spurs, in my opinion. They're not better than Chelsea. Right now, they're not better than Villa. They're not better than us. They're not better than City. They're not better than Arsenal. That is crazy still. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And don't get me wrong, Man United are eternal rivals, but I'm just speaking objectively as a football fan, objectively. Like, forget who I support. I'm just saying, for Man United not to be in the top four, like, is actually crazy when you consider the heritage of them. That's what I'm saying. And they have no fear factor anymore. It's kind of mad. It is kind of mad. But yeah, man, it's crazy. They're not the bridesmaid. They are the +1. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. Man United are in the mud right now. I can't even lie. Man United are in the mud. That is crazy still. That is crazy. It's true that Man United fans' standards have fallen since. But yeah, and I get it. Sometimes your standards might slip a little bit, but to go to wanting Ten Hag to stay when there's other managers out there who, in my opinion, are better, even if you don't like them, they're still better. Like Tuchel's actually probably better than Ten Hag. I think De Zerbi is better than Ten Hag. There's managers out there that are better than Ten Hag, you know. Who want more than Arteta. All right, but here's the thing, though. We can laugh and joke about Arteta, 100%, because they don't want anything, and that's facts. But we also can't sit here and say definitively they won't challenge again and potentially win a title, because you can see the progress that they've made. Remember what they were before to what they are now. With Ten Hag, it's mad. I can't lie, bro. Like, if you're Man United, look how they play their football. You can't be happy with that if you're a United fan. Surely you can't be. And I'm just speaking objectively. You can't be happy with that. It's mad, but anyway, enough about United, man. Enough about them, boy. That you get me. That's them. But let me make sure there's no more Liverpool news before I go. I did see something about Rodrygo, but in Spain, but I think it's a whole load of rubbish where I can't even be bothered to even speak about it. But it is coming from the sport. If I, let's speak about it quickly before I go. Still, let's speak about Rodrygo actually, because we're here to speak about rumors and whatnot and whether this is going to happen. So the sport in Spain says Real Madrid are willing to sell Rodrygo. The player's Leighton Stormers have put the club on alert, which already knows that he's willing to leave without changing his starting role. The club rejected £100 million that Liverpool offered, 120 million euros, and now they will be willing to transfer him if it reaches 150. So apparently we've bid 100 mil for Rodrygo. When was this? This was yesterday. I don't believe that. Do I think there's interest? Yes, I do think there's interest. Because Michael Edwards would know if Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, Rodrygo would be the one potentially to be on the market. But I also feel like unless Rodrygo literally says, I want to go, which he said no, we are not getting Rodrygo. And 100 million euros is a lot of money. But is he worth it, though? I think he might be when you consider this market, though, people. I'll put it like this. If Darwin Núñez is worth 85 million, is Rodrygo not worth 100 million? Answer me that, people. So much like Liverpool would have offered 100 million pounds, 100 million euros, which the club rejected, according to... Oh, yeah, this guy, them reporters in it in Spain, innit? Or he's got that paper. I think I've heard that name before. However, I was also sure that Real Madrid would be willing to transfer him and offer 100 million euros arrives. This is the Liverpool. Guardiola City also likes Rodrygo, and also knows that the two will return to the fray this summer. Oh, so maybe they're talking about maybe previously. It would leave room for Haaland. What? When the river sounds, it carries water. And in the case of Rodrygo, the situation begins to take complicated turn in his relationship with the club. The attacking reinforcements can cause the player not to accept it and complicate Ancelotti's life, despite the fact that the Italian has been his main defender this season. He has kept him as a starter, ignoring his game crisis and scoring droughts, and he's ignored the voices that's asked for more opportunities for Brahim, who has shown himself to be more incisive than him in attack. Interesting. If Madrid transfers Rodrygo this or next summer, the money and the gap he leaves in the club and the team could be covered by Haaland, you know. That's crazy. Because you kind of know Haaland ain't staying at Man City for the rest of his life. But that's still crazy to even think of a world where Mbappe plays with Haaland. I just don't see it. But, chat, what you saying about this Rodrygo thing? I don't think we've made a bid. I do think there's interest stemming from last season, potentially, yeah. Is Rodrygo worth 100, say? Is Rodrygo worth 125 mil, would you say, chat? Because you got to look at it like this. Darwin, is 85. If Darwin is 85, is Rodrygo not 120? Do you think, if he was on the market right now, would you spend 120 on Rodrygo? I see a lot of no's already. You lot aren't convinced, innit? Someone said 100 mil max. We'd never get a player of that caliber of these owners. You say that now, yeah? But we were about to drop, what was it, 110 on Caicedo? We can't say that. We cannot say that. I feel like when it's the right player, Liverpool might do something like that. No, that's true. Darwin wasn't worth 85, but still shelled out the money. This is my argument. 60 mil is way too low. Come on, man. I think Rodrygo is cold. I think he's cold because he's a natural left winger, but can also play on the right. I think Rodrygo is... listen, for as good as Diaz can be, Rodrygo, in my opinion, is an upgrade. Rodrygo is Jota. I mean, he can play across the front, if that's what you mean. Do you know what I'm going to say? I think Rodrygo's quality, personally. I really do. I think he's cold. I think if there's a possibility you get him, I think you try and get him. Yeah, I think he's underrated as well. I think he's underrated because they got Vinicius Jr. and Vinicius Jr. is the one killing it right now. But I remember there was even a stint this season when Vinicius Jr. got injured for 2 months and Rodrygo went to the left. Bro, Rodrygo was cooking. I'd rather Leao than Rodrygo. Do you know, big up Jamie. Do you know what? Yeah, as much as I rate Leao, I think I'm starting to wonder whether Leao's a bit lazy, you know. Like, put like this, Leao has all the talent in the world, but I don't think he has a desire to be the best. I just think he just enjoys playing football. When he's on his day, he's on his day, and when he's not, he's not. He's still quality, but he's not. He hasn't got that serial killer mindset of scoring goals week in, week out. Like Leao for me is one of them players. Like if he feels good today, then yeah. But if he's not feeling good today, he's not really on it. Do you get what I'm saying, people? I rate Leao highly, but yeah, the work rate is a little bit Origi kind of thing. Well, not work rate, but like the mindset. Like, I don't know. Leao's not really that guy. I don't know. In terms of like, excuse me, him being like a killer in front of goal, like him being decisive week in, week out. He doesn't have that mentality, in my opinion. Rodrygo doesn't have the same flair and swag as Vinny. Bro, you'll be surprised. Rodrygo's got swag and flair, bro. Bro, TK, big up. Bro, Rodrygo's got that, you know, don't get twisted. If you've seen it, if you watch the league for the last couple of seasons, Rodrygo's cold. That's what he does. Do you get what I'm saying? If we ever would have got Rodrygo, I'm telling you, we're cooking. Big up Bruno in the chat. No, Rodrygo's cold. I can't even lie. Definitely. Like, I think people underestimate Rodrygo, you know, honestly. And I think, I get it. 150 is way too expensive, in my opinion. If you can get Rodrygo for 100 mil, I think that's something that we should do, personally. I think we go and do that. I would say if we had 100 mil, you go and do that, in my opinion. You go and do that deal. If Rodrygo actively said, like, let's say when Mbappe's already signed, but let's say like he wants to leave, we should be at that queue. Because I'll tell you something for now, if he goes City, he's going to ball out. Although, one thing I have noticed about City, though, not all their wingers are successful because of the way how the manager wants them to play. So all of his flair and whatnot might not be the same, because you look what's happened to Grealish, become more of a system player than a maverick. I'm not saying Rodrygo's a maverick, but at Real Madrid, he's allowed to express himself. And I feel like at Liverpool, he'd be allowed to express himself more so than he would if he went to City. That's what I'm saying, chat. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. But now, people, listen, I'm going to end it there with the Rodrygo chat. I hope you've enjoyed the show. We spoke about... What did we speak about today? We spoke about the DMs potentially getting debunked. We might not be getting a DM. We also spoke about Frimpong being linked with Liverpool. We spoke about Joe Gomez. Obviously, we spoke about Rodrygo. We even spoke about freaking Man United, bruv. How about that? Big up John Conway. Big up, bro. He goes, big up Matt. How are you and the family? I'm blessed, brother. I hope you and your family are good as well, brother. Trust me. I'm good, though. Family's all blessed as well. You know what I'm saying? Hope your family is blessed as well, my bro. And hope your best is good as well. But yeah, man, I hope people have enjoyed this Kop-Ish catch up. I'll probably be back tomorrow as well, people. I'm probably going to try and do it earlier on in the day. So if I can, I try to go lunchtime or just after lunchtime, maybe 2 o'clock or something. But I try and aim for lunchtime, like 1 o'clock if I can. If not, it'll be a bit later. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try and make this, if I can, I'll try and make this a daily thing. If it's not a daily thing for me, it'll be every other day. But I'm going to try and make this thing a daily thing because I'm enjoying the engagement with you guys. There's literally like over 400 of you in here. It's just me and my ones as well. So that's, I appreciate that. You get what I'm trying to say? To have 400 people in and nearly 500 and it's only me here. Respect for that. And I'm guessing you guys are enjoying the content as well. So big up to each and every one of you. Even Even to the people who got a little bit annoyed, not even annoyed, but having a little bit of back and forth during the show. Listen, it's nothing but respect and love to each and every one of you that was able to join me today. You get what I'm saying? Hope everyone has a blessed Wednesday as well. I don't know when we'll be back on Team Kopish. We might even be back tonight. I don't know. Stay tuned. We might be back. Stay tuned and all that. We'll see. But if not, I'll be back tomorrow with another Kopish catch-up, people. You get what I'm trying to say? So big up to you all. Love for the love, people. Again, I can't stress it enough. Smash the like button, subscribe to Team Kopish, all that good stuff. I'll see you again tomorrow, people. Enough love. Take it easy.